Hi, my name is Vandy, and I'm entering my final year of law at QM. And over the past year, I've been working as a placement student at Simmons and Simmons. So, what did I enjoy the most about my placement year? I think looking back, what I enjoyed the most was the variety and the flexibility. I got to rotate across different practice areas, which meant I was never stuck doing just one type of work. One week I could be working on IP disputes, the next on commercial contracts, and then suddenly helping with an ESG project or a data protection advisory matter, which that meant that I could try new things and really learn what it is that I'm interested in when it comes to the legal practice. I think one of the best parts was the unique opportunities I got really early on. I was able to work closely and learn from senior lawyers and partners, and I sometimes even found myself in the strategy room for big cases where clients would be flying in from overseas. I would get to listen in on the discussions about case strategy and the history of the case, something that I never thought I would get to experience as a law student. Another big highlight for me was getting to travel to Paris, where I actually led our AI adoption training sessions in French for our colleagues. This was a really surreal moment for me, getting to teach our lawyers and our clients on how to use AI to their benefit, in their day-to-day legal work. It definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone, but it was the most rewarding experience of the whole placement. In terms of the skills that I developed, I think there are tons that I've picked up over the year. Firstly, my legal and analytical skills really developed. I was researching and drafting across different areas of law, including IP, corporate, fintech, data protection, and ESG. Going from this more academic understanding to understanding the law in practice and how it applies in terms of drafting pieces of advice and agreements was really important, and I think gave me the bigger picture perspective of where my studies are taking me. I also think that I improved my client and communication skills. I supported client meetings, helped prepare presentations and conferences, and I also created training materials for clients, which included our AI adoption and AI literacy training materials. This taught me how to not only communicate, but also how to adapt my tone depending on the audience. I think I also built really strong project management skills. For example, I helped organize admin for a large patent dispute, which included keeping detailed record of our meetings with expert witnesses and the creation of a case timeline, which was very detailed and sent to the other side. I also worked on a high volume post M&A contract migration, and this involved lots of legal review of tons of supply agreements. And I think these projects really taught me how to keep track of lots of moving parts and how to stay organized while still paying attention to detail and not letting things slip under the radar. Lastly, I think one of the biggest areas of growth for me was in the innovation and technology sphere. I built real hands-on experience and somewhat of an expertise with AI tools like Copilot and our in-house tool, Percy. I was also able to develop my prompt engineering skills, and this really supported me when I was delivering training sessions to our lawyers and trainees and clients. And by getting involved with the firm's AI adoption, I was able to help shape how our lawyers are using this technology in practice in their day-to-day work. So this is from designing training packs, which are bespoke to the different areas of law that our lawyers are practicing, to running live demos and training sessions. I genuinely felt like I was able to make a significant contribution to the firm's AI strategy. And then there's always the question of how to apply these skills once I come back to Queen Mary in my final year. And I think two skills really stand out for me. Firstly, time management. I think in private practice, deadlines are often very tight and not really negotiable. So I learned how to break work into smaller chunks, how to set mini deadlines for myself so that I could stay on top of everything and still deliver quality work under pressure. And this is definitely going to help me balance my coursework and my exams in my final year, where I'm likely going to have to organize my time well and manage multiple classes and assignments at once. And the second skill that I'm definitely going to take back to Queen Mary is the ability to adapt and learn fast. I think on placement, I often had to get up to speed on really new areas of law or just brand new cases with lots of history really quickly. So, for example, in the patent disputes process. And I think that adaptability and quick learning, even the thinking on my feet is going to be really useful when I'm studying these new modules back at university. And lastly, how did the placement help me to consider my career path? I think my time at Simmons gave me firsthand experience of what life at a commercial firm really is like. I think the good and the bad, the highs and the lows in terms of sort of the workload and the pressures, but also the great rewards that you get out of the work. And I think that's something that you can't really get from, reading a brochure or attending an open day. I think that's something that you truly have to experience for yourself, and the placement really gave me that experience. And I think ultimately it confirmed that this is the right career path for me, that and the career path that I want to pursue. And I realized that I enjoy that combination of technical legal work, putting what I've learned into practice, the client interaction, as well as getting to see innovation in practice. And overall, this experience has also made me feel a lot more comfortable and in a lot of ways has reassured me that I can handle the real responsibility that comes with being a trainee and that I can contribute meaningfully once I do complete my studies and return to the firm as a trainee. So to finish, I would just like to say that to anyone thinking about doing a placement year, you should absolutely go for it. I think it's a really valuable way to step outside of the classroom, to test yourself in a real world environment, and to apply your knowledge and your studies into practice. And ultimately, it's probably the best way to discover what you actually enjoy. Thank you.